Hello, and here we go with Hungry Chipmunk. This is a work with me problem, so you should be watching this video and copying down on your own paper each step that I do, and we'll have you pause the video each time you need to do something. So here is the scenario. You are camping in Yellowstone National Park. You are sitting on a picnic table at your campsite eating some chips when a cute little chipmunk, this guy right here, scampers up to you. You feed him 2 2/3 bags of chips. The next day, you are eating more chips when your friendly chipmunk right here reappears. This time, you feed him 2 3/5 bags. How many bags of chips did you feed your hungry chipmunk? Alrighty, so the very first thing you want to do is write these two mixed numbered fractions, 2 2/3, and then 2 3/5. Go ahead and write that, and if you need time, just hit pause. And the next thing we're going to start to do here is draw in our bags of chips. So, in the top one, the first one we have 2, so I'm going to draw one bag of chips here, and then we got a second one here that I'm going to draw in, and then I've got a third one. Now for this one, I'm going to draw it in blank with white, and then I've got to cut it into 3 parts because I get 2 out of the 3 parts. So I got to cut it into 3 parts, which means I'll draw 2 lines, which will make 3 parts. 1, 2, and that will give me 1, 2, 3 parts. Now the numerator, once again, tells us how many we fill in, how many we get out of these 3. So we get 2 out of 3. So I'm going to color in 2 of those. So I'll just do that by grabbing this here and going like this. And then I'll just move that there a little bit. And now I have 1, 2 out of 3. So now I'm going to make the second one, and I'm going to come back here and just make another 2 here, and there's 1, and I'll make a second one, and then I'm going to make my third one once again in just blank, and then this one I'm going to make into 5 parts. I'm going to make this a little bigger so it's easier to draw. And then I'm going to create 5 parts means 4 lines, so I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, and that should give me 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm good to go. I've got 2 2/3, and whoa, I need to color these in. I got to color in 3 out of the 5. So let's go ahead and do that right now, and I'm going to grab this one and color in 3 out of the 5. So now I have 1, 2, 3 out of 4, 5. So what I'd like you to do right now is go ahead and pause the video. Make sure you have this row of 2 2/3 and this row of 2 3/5. Fantastic. Okay, so now that you've got this done, we've got to make these. These are cut into different sized boxes. So I got to make these the same sized boxes, and I do that by finding my LCM, which stands for least common multiple. So I'm going to take the 3 from the denominator here and the 5 from the denominator here, and I'll go 3 and 5. And now I'm going to count by 3's first. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And then I'll count by 5's. 5, 10, 15. And bingo, I've got it right here. Let me just circle this and circle this 15 here. And 15 is what I've got. So that means for this box here, I got to cut it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. Now that's a little small for me, so I'm going to enlarge it, and then I'm going to just cut it into 5 parts. Now 5 parts means 4 lines, so I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, and that should give me 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 parts going up and down. 5 parts will give me 15. I should have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So now I've changed this fraction into 15ths. Now I need to do the same thing here. So to do that, for this one, I'm going to count these up and go 1, 2, 3. It means I need to cut this into 3 parts. 3 parts means 2 lines. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and now I should have 15 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 parts. So that worked out perfectly for me. So I've rechanged these fractions. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 15. So this is 10 15ths. This is 3, 6, 9 out of 15. So I have 10 and 9 15ths there. So now I can really simply add these, right? So I've got 1 whole here, 2, 3, 4, and then I can count these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I've got 4 and 19. That's an ugly 19. 19 15ths, right? Now, as you see here, this 19 is top-heavy. But before we do that, I'd like you to now copy everything that we've done here where you're going to change these by doing your LCM. First you'll do your LCM, and then change these into 15ths and these into 15ths, and then count them all up and write your 4 and 19 15ths right there. So I'm going to just move this over so you can see all that, and hit pause, and then when you're done you can hit play and we'll move on. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is start to move some of these so that I can fill in one hole here, because this is top heavy. It's called an improper or top-heavy fraction. It means that your numerator is bigger than your denominator. So I actually have more than one whole. So I'm going to move some of these down here. So I'm going to just do that by taking my my marker here, and I'm going to grab 5 of these from here. So I'm going to grab 1 row here. That's 5. So now I get to fill in 5 of these here, and let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3 that I'll fill in there, and then 4, 5, oops, got to grab it again, 4, 5, and then I'm going to take one more from up here, and I'll just grab this one, and I'm going to move that one right over here and fill this one in. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. So I'm going to write big number 5 here. Okay, so I have 5 holes because I moved some of these down here, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let me just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 15. So what I've actually got is 5. This is equal to the same 5 and 4 15ths, and this right here is your reduced or simplified answer for this problem. So what I'd like you to do right now is go ahead and move all these down here so you fill this in, and then count it up and rewrite this answer as 5 and 4 15ths. Do that and I'll wait for you. Fantastic. All right, so what we need to do now is do the algorithm. So now the algorithm should agree with all our work that we've done here. So I'm going to just rewrite this problem right over here. I'm going to go 2 and 2/3, and I'm adding 2 and 3/5. I'm going to draw my line. So now the very first thing I got to do is get these denominators so they have the same number, right? Because the rule for adding or subtracting, in this case we're adding, is that the denominators have to be the same, or you have to have common denominators. So I already found my LCM. So now I'm going to multiply this top one by the giant 1 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 over 5. So let me do that right now. And I'm going to multiply by the giant 1, and that is a beautiful 1, by the way, of 5 over 5, right? And that will, now when I'm doing that, I only multiply the fraction. The 2 I just bring straight across. So actually I'm going to move this a little bit here, and I'm going to bring that 2 straight on across. And then 2 times 5 will give me 10. And 3 times 5 will give me 15. And then I'm going to multiply this bottom fraction also by the giant 1. But for this one, I'm going to multiply it by 1, 2, 3, or 3 over 3. So I'm going to multiply 3 over 3. And that will give me, first of all, the 2 I just bring straight on over. And I leave the 2 all alone. And then I take 3 times 3 is going to give me 9. And then over here I got 5 times 3 will give me 15. And just as a side note, the 10/15 is what we originally had here before I moved these, right? I had 10/15, and the 9/15 is what I had here before I filled these in down here. I only had the 9 on the bottom. So as you see, so far this is agreeing with my illustration here. So now I'm going to simply do my addition, and the rule for adding or subtracting fractions is that first I got to have common denominators, and then this just tells us how many parts the whole is broken into. So I don't add or subtract that. I'm going to simply drop my 15ths at the bottom, and I do add or subtract. In this case I'm adding my numerators. So 10 plus 9 will give me 19. And then I take 2 plus 2 is going to give me 4, and I get 4 and 19/15, which agrees with our first answer that we got over here. I'm going to let you pause this right now and copy this much of the algorithm, and then we'll reduce this or simplify this fraction because this is top heavy just like it is over here. So go ahead and pause it, and when you're ready, hit play. Fantastic. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to take this 19/15, and like we've said before, this is either top heavy or called an improper fraction. It means the numerator is bigger than the denominator. And the reason that is because, as I said over here, I can move some of these pieces and fill in and make a whole, right? And then have some other pieces left over. So the way fractions can be thought of is you can say it like this: 19/15. You can say 19 out of 15, or you can say 19 divided by 15. So what I'm going to do right here is take 19 and divide it by 15. So 15 will go into 19 one time, which will give me 15. And when I subtract, I need a little bit more room here. When I subtract, I get 9 minus 5, which will give me 4. And you can put this up as a remainder 4, but the better way to do it is to put your 4 or your remainder as the numerator, and then the divisor, the 15, as the denominator. So you get 1 and 4/15. Now this 1 I need to add to that 4, so I'm going to get 5 and then the 4/15. 5 and 4/15. And as you see, this agrees with our second reduced or simplified answer right there. So what I'd like you to do right now is copy all this division and set that up, and fantastic job. Now, our next one, you're going to do all this work all on your own before you watch the video, and then you'll watch the video to make sure you got it correct. If you make any mistakes, no worries about it. Just fix it. That is the fastest way to learn, and I'll be certainly proud of you. So thank you, and until next time, have a great day.